Hello and welcome back with me, Admiral. Joining me back on Star Trek Fleet Command as always. So, in today's episode, what we're going to talk about a little bit is why you should level your ships up, what that sort of brings to the table, how you should do it, and we're going to talk a little bit about some design within the events that I think Scopely have got wrong and, to be honest, have no real place within the sort of current meta of the game, especially not on my server. Other servers may vary, but we'll talk a bit more about it in a little bit. Just want to say thank you for all the new subscribers. We only need, I think it's 47 now, to get to 500 before the end of the year. So don't forget to keep smashing that subscribe button and get us to 500 by the end of the year. We've got 8 days to go, and it would be absolutely amazing to get to that 500. Also, if you want to help the channel out in any way, other than just subscribing, you can follow the Twitch link down below and head over to Twitch and follow there as well. Or alternatively, you could leave a little donation on PayPal or anything like that, Patreon, blah, blah, blah. But that is completely your choice. So anyway, moving on to today's video is why you should level your ships up, what that brings, and how you should do it. So we're going to go to the Devore just quickly. So if we go to manage, as you can see, my Devore is level 24. It can be level 30. This has gone up quite a bit. I've gone from level 16, which was 4 days ago, to level 24. I'll show you how I did that without me having to physically do anything at all. I haven't physically hit any other ships with this ship because it's extremely boring. It takes an extremely long time, and it's completely extremely stupid, especially when it comes to the survey ships. However, this has obviously its bonuses. So if you look at the ship's sort of main ability, forget the officer ability, look at the ship's ability. So for example, we all know that the Devore has a latinum mining bonus. This bonus is equates to, obviously, increased by, my ship at the moment is 15,642% when mining raw latinum. This is what increases when you increase the level of the ship. So every time the level goes up, so does this. Okay, so that, and it goes up. I think I've been counting roughly, and I've been noticing roughly. It roughly goes up in the region of 300 to 350% every single level. So look, so like I say, if you go off this, it goes up between roughly 300 to 350% every single level. So that can go up relatively fast. It takes obviously a couple of levels to get it to plus 1,000, but overall it's still pretty good. If you go to, so that's the Devore, that's what you want to do. You want to increase the level as much as possible, and you do want to max your miners out as quickly as you can do so. However, there is an issue with that, is the fact that, one, you got to get to 42,000 at level 24, for example, to get to level 25, which takes absolutely forever. The second thing is, if you're going to like level up the Devore, for example, the reason I'm using a Devore is because its power is god awful, and this is what I'll come to now. So if you're going to use the Devore, like I say, the power is absolutely abysmal because its strength and its sort of defense is absolutely god awful. So the question then comes, how do you level this up without physically having to do it yourself? How do you level the turkey up, and how do you do it without literally blowing your own head off because it takes so long? And the reason, well, the way to do that is what I'm currently doing with my Botany Bay. So my Botany Bay is, I've done exactly the same thing. This was level 22. I'm now level 29 in it, and as you can see, my level for the ship is directly impacting how fast the Botany Bay's mining laser increases when mining obviously corrupted or decoded data. At the moment, I can currently get a bonus of 35,700, and again, this is around about the same as the Devore. It's about 300%. It goes up about 300%. So the next level, when I get to level 30, which comes next, that should be probably in the region. Well, it should be exactly 36,000. I will double check that, but it's about 300%. Excuse me about that. But yeah, the way to do it is, I'll show you where the Devore is, at the Botany Bay even. So if you look where my Botany Bay is, it's not in an ideal location. However, I just sent it here just to get hit. And as you can see, we are in Augment Space. Okay, so you want to just come to Augment Space. You want to leave it overnight. You want to put your best, like you want to put the hostile crew on, for example, and then just go and send it to one of these systems. Make sure before you log off, make sure that the hostiles are actually attacking you. Otherwise, this will not work. Because I had it, for example, and what it is the hostiles appear every 5 seconds, whether that be for you or whether it be for somebody else in the system that they need to attack. They have a thing that where they appear every 5 seconds, and for example, if you're in the system, you kill an enemy, and then within that 5 seconds of it respawning, someone enters that system, they will take your hostile away from you because they've entered within that 5 seconds. However, if they enter outside of that 5 seconds, so if it spawns in your hostile and then they enter the system, they will not disrupt your pattern, so you can carry on as normal. And it's perfectly fine. However, obviously you can't do it, so you need to try and go to systems that are out of the way, people that don't really pay attention to them. For example, I've gone to Geelan. Over nighttime, it's not so bad. You can go to the sort of the lower systems, which is where I send a Devore, send it to like level 22, for example, because the ships aren't as strong, and it can still attack the Devore, and you can take down quite a lot of their ships. Obviously, if you need to go any weaker, you can still obviously go to Rainsford, which is a level 20 system. And if they are higher, like if you want to level up your miners, like your big miners, for example, you can always go to all the way up to obviously Yarda if they can handle it. Because don't forget, if you go to Yarda, then they're going to be spawning in around roughly to 600,000 to 800,000 strength. So you have to obviously take that into account as well. Excuse me. So, as you can see, we're currently in the system. The best place to be, I've been told, is to park your butt right on the edge, because it means obviously the enemy or the hostile doesn't have to spawn in as far, and then it can come and attack you. However, I've tested this, and I've tested it just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. And to be honest, the hostiles don't spawn in that far away anyway. As you can see, it hasn't taken too long for this hostile to come. If you go into level 26 systems, you're going to get hit by about 55,000 strength sort of ships. And as you can see, it gets you about 600 XP if you have the hostile crew on. And you can, like I say, you can just end up sitting here, and nothing, and you'll just keep taking the hits. But every time you take a hit, you're gaining that XP, which helps you level up your ships. That's why you want to do it, because, like I say, every single mining ship, you want to get the levels up, because that will specifically help against, towards, should I say, not against, but it should specifically help towards mining for that ship. Especially if it's one of the faction miners, for example. Again, this is another good technique to use for them. The other thing, the one thing that I want to say about this system is a system where it shouldn't need to be used. However, it is, and this is something that I think if everyone gets behind it and go get it scopely about it, I think this is something they might change in the future. However, for the time being, this is the only way to do it. But I personally think this type of system shouldn't be needed for survey ships. If it's for a warship, anything like that, then I can understand this type of system where you hit hostiles and stuff like that, and that's what levels your ship up. However, when it comes to mining ships, I completely disagree with it. If you're going to do mining ships like this, then mining ships either should be significantly stronger than what they are now, if you're going to do it this way. If they're not going to be done this way, then it's a survey ship, it's a mining ship. What are they good at? They are good at mining resources specific to that ship. Then give them XP for mining that specific resource for that ship. I don't get the whole why you've got to attack hostiles just to get XP. You should be able to get XP via mining, especially for the survey ships. It could be put down just for survey ships only. Just give them XP for mining. I don't see what the issue is there. I don't see why you wouldn't do that, because at the end of the day, the the mining ships. That is what they're good at. You don't go around attacking people with survey ships, generally speaking. So I don't see the issue. Obviously, unless it's a North Star, then you do attack people, but then that's early on gameplay, not late on gameplay. So I let me know your thoughts on that. Please let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. How you think you should earn XP, how you think you could make this system a better system. I personally think you could make it a better system by simply just allowing survey ships to earn XP whilst mining. But that's like I say, that is completely my opinion. And I think if we get enough people behind this video and behind what this improvement to the game, I personally think it is, then I reckon Scopely will eventually maybe pick it up and could change it in the future. So that's enough for the mining ships. Don't forget to level your ships up. That is the main thing. Another thing that we come to is the events. And this event specifically, I think it's kind of pointless, because the reason I think it's pointless is because my level, for example, is level 33 to level 34s, which is completely stupid, because the problem with this system is like I say, I'm quite low in this one. I think it was third in the last run of this, but in this one I'm quite low. It's such a completely stupid event, because you got level 33s going against level 34s. I know you can attack any ship within your system and you can still gain points from it. However, this system, if it was just purely level 33s against level 34s, again, is stupid, because the reason I say it's stupid is the fact that level 34s can get access to epic ships, and generally speaking, most people at that level have got epic ships, and them epic ships are significantly, ridiculously more powerful than you can get at level 33, which only have access to level 32 ships. Because if you look into level 34 ships, you can get access to the Auger, the D4, you can get access to the you can get access to the Enterprise, and once they've got these types of ships, you're basically buggered. You can't do anything against these ships, because these ships are ridiculously powerful, hence why they are the epic ships at level 34. They are so strong that you hitting them with your Saladin, you hitting them with your Gladius, you hitting them with your Intrepids, it ain't gonna do shit to them. That's the problem I have with this system. It ain't gonna do nothing to them, and all they're going to get is every time you hit them and you die, if you want to try and get points from them, they're going to get points from you, because they're going to kill you more times than you kill them. And that is the issue I have with this system. If they're going to do something like this, they need to make it fair. For example, they should have put level 32s and level 33s together, because they have access to the same friggin' ships. It's as simple as that. That they should have they need to rethink the levels. So they need to do like level 28 and 29, level 30, 31, level 32 and level 33 together, and then level 34 and level 35, so on and so on. Like I say, the reason they need to do this is because otherwise it doesn't work. The leveling system doesn't work, because level 33s cannot, in most cases, not all cases, but in most cases, cannot take on level 34s, simply because of the ship difference. You're looking at people that are carrying these, taking on, like, who are trying to level these types of ships up, and then you've got going against people that are leveling this type of ship up. And this ship is just so far better than all the level 22 ships. For it, there's no competition, and I think that needs to be reworked. There's just no competition between these types of ships and then going into these types of ships. As you can see, just by the look, my starting research allows these types of ships. These are free. I mean, the biggest one's free 673 million thousand. Sorry, and that's the biggest one with the current research I have. And then you look at the epic ships, they start at over 1 million with my research. They start at that. You know what I mean? So you can imagine how, a few levels, you get these tiered up a few tiers, and they're already over 2 million strength. They're already much more powerful than these ships, and it's just completely stupid. However, that's my rant over for this video. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's been educational, as always. And I hope you give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see everyone next time. Have a good Christmas I'll see you for now. Bye bye.